Well, good evening. It's the Drunken Rev. I know you love me. You can't deny it. Anyway, tonight's sermon off the mount is going to be about the higher power. But as you usually expect, and you will get it, I'll be bouncing off the walls like a ping pong ball. So I'll be making a lot of points about a lot of different things and probably not even get to the point of the higher power. I got 5 kittens walking around here. Got to be careful that I don't step on one. If I can grab one during this video, I'll put it up so you can see. Abby had 5 kittens, and we're in the process of giving them away because we've put them on solid food, and I kind of cheat. Don't tell anybody, but I give them like pieces of ham and turkey and stuff like that. Usually their meal consists of dry cat food. Sucks. Dry kitten food gotta suck. So usually what I do is I take a bowl and I kind of fill it up and pour it in with milk, and I put it on the side. And then when it absorbs all that, I got a plate that they feed off of, and I put it there. And when I put that there, I clean out the bowl, put more, and etc., etc. So they always get this fresh food with milk in it. And milk's always good for them because they've stopped feeding, actually. They really don't feed anymore. They got teeth, and geez, Tina would kick my damn ass if she knew all the little things I do for these little shits. This morning I had 2 of them. One crawling up on each one of my legs. Good thing I had my jeans on. If I was wearing shorts and a third one wanted to crawl up, hell, I'd be in a hospital. Wing dang do. Anyway, like I says, I'll be bouncing off the walls. And I'll catch one of these little suckers when they come around me, and I'll show you. Just went the other way. I'll tell you what. Wait for a second, and I'll go grab one, and I'll bring it back and show you. Maybe I'll grab 2. Come here. You're going to be on camera, sweetie. There you go. Look at this. Ain't this a pretty one? Ow, don't scratch me. Let me turn off this light, see if I get better. Oh, that's too dark. Gotta have the light. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Look at the little baby. It's one of Striper's little shits. Alright. You're gonna punch my keyboard and you're gonna send a nasty message to the president. Anyway, back to what the hell I was talking about. Back to the higher power. Good friend of mine, Atma Prem, a spiritual minister, had a very close friend, and if you've been following my wall or any of my groups, or his group, Conscious Awakenings. Uh, you know about Celeste. Well, I'm sorry to say she passed away. And I'm sorry, but things happen. And before, when I heard she was in a hospital, I sent two of my guardian angels. I have three, by the way. I sent two to be with her and do whatever they could do. And if nothing could be done, then they were to help guide her back to the higher power. Because, as you would figure, when somebody dies, they're kind of confused. And so it's nice to have a guide, and guardian angels do this. Anyway, I was very upset as I had wrote about these people not caring about her being in the hospital and whatnot, but that's old news. You know who you were. You know what you did. What I really want to talk about is going back to the higher power, death. And we don't remember life when we're born. Well, I'm sure some of you out there are going to be smart asses, or you think you know it all or whatever, and say, yeah, I remember being born and this and that. And well, good for you. I hope you did. But I really don't think you did. But we're fearing death. It's just, of course, another stage. But what you believe in is actually what creates your afterlife. For instance, if you were to be a real dickhead in life, real ass, and I'm not talking just about treating people badly or stuff like that. I'm talking about big bully, rapist, things of that order. I believe that your destiny after you die is to be what you created. You will go back to the higher power, but you also will pay your price. Now, I like to just say the higher power can be anything, whatever you want to call it. It can be your God, your Jesus, your Jehovah, whatever you want to call it, whatever religion you are, it's your higher power. And we all go back where we came from. That's my belief. That's, you don't have to believe that, but I believe that. We all came from that and we all go back. It's like a big mixture in the cosmos. Pieces of it, like we are stardust. We leave. We're created upon our death. Our soul, our energy, it all goes back into the big kahuna. And what you take with you is your heaven or hell. So if you feel that you've been good, then you don't fear death because you know you're going to be happy. If you have done evil, a murderer, a rapist, an asshole, that will be what you take with you back to the higher power. And like I said, your higher power can be whatever you call it. This is not about heaven or hell, because I don't believe they exist. I don't believe heaven exists. I don't believe hell exists. I think you create your own heaven and hell for the future on this earth. Your heaven and hell will be coming to you upon your demise, and you have created it. So if you are a good person and you try to help people when you can, I think that when death comes upon you, you will not be afraid, because you won't think about hell. You'll think about heaven. And when you pass on, you will have an easier way to get to the light and go back to the higher power. And when you get there, everything will be okay. But if you're an ass and a rapist and a murderer and a molester, I believe that when you die, you're going to get just what's coming to you. And you're not just going to go back into the higher power and think that everything's okay. I think you're going to have to pay a price. But you've done that to yourself. And what the price you have to pay, I don't know. I haven't died yet. And nobody comes back to tell anybody, usually. Which is another amazing thing. With all this God stuff that people talk and this religious stuff, somebody show me where the hell somebody came back and told somebody about what's out there. And I'm not talking about you die on a table in an operating room and you get drawn towards the light and you see all this bullshit and then you come back. No, I'm talking about dead, and then as a spirit or ghost or something have come back and said, let's sit down, I got to tell you what's out there for you. That's never happened. And if I'm wrong, go ahead and message me, respond to this video, whatever. Anyway, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. But let me tell you, whatever you call it, the higher power we are all part of. Like one of my friends, Michael Kalatsky. I love this guy, but you know, I love funning with him once in a while. Michael Kalatsky, he believes in the power of one, and he's absolutely correct, because it is the power of one, but not the power of one ourselves, the power of one, as I believe, the higher power, and we are all part of it. So whenever his vids or whatever come up, I would recommend that you listen to him, and you might learn something. And also, my good friend Atma Prem, I'm sorry for your loss, but I also wrote him on underneath in comments that he should tell his friends' children and family to have an Irish wake. And that means party your ass off after the burial, the funeral and everything. And I think she would have loved that, because you do not sit there and cry and be sad about somebody's passing. You be happy that they went on to a better place. An old saying is, may you be in heaven 10 minutes before the devil knows you're dead. Anyway, Atma Prem writes great stuff, puts out great videos. Michael Kalatsky, great stuff, great videos. Watch these guys. You might learn something. You probably don't learn shit from me, so watch them. And after that, all I really got to say is, may your higher power go with you. And I'm out of here.